corruption. The LFA go, people go to game, they collect money for getting there, share it on the fee. President tell it, get a person, get a person. So there's a high rate of corruption, and then they still go on listening to that. Over 1 million voting for the other report. I think we are heading nowhere. Raise the issues to the LFA for you to skip those issues, and you just come and make it look like everything is okay. What kind of country we in? So then we have a bad audit report, and then still go over 1 million voting after the auditor himself telling you that the report is bad. There's a high rate of corruption. The LFA go, people go to game, they collect money for getting there, share it on the fee. President tell it, get a person. So there's a high rate of corruption, and then they still go on listening to that. Over 1 million voting for the audit report. I think we are heading nowhere. It's a complete joke.
All of that private jet from prison and hit Liberia. I get information that he was one of those who call and say, is that true? Is that Cassiel? And what have you? Is that Mr. Kwon that everyone know? That's him. I thought they say he was coming out in 2025. He called someone and asked them that question. I thought they said Cassiel was going to be released in 2025. Why Cassiel was released so early? Mustafa wasn't going to be released this early. I'm out early because he knows that if some of us was in Liberia, listen man, Mustafa wouldn't have been sitting the way he's sitting at the him of Liberian football. Mustafa was a stakeholder when I was the vice president of operation. Mustafa wasn't even dreaming about football, being at the level of the every presidency. Mustafa was like Samuel Karando, the highest ranking officer on duties when there was no other officer. And they told him, and they accepted him and put him in that position. That's who Mustafa is. So
it's very, very good team, much better than us. But we tried, to have our game plan. We executed, we adapted at the halftime, and we managed to get a win. Sorry, draw.
It does feel like a win.
A win, yes, it did. Well, to be honest, I hate VAR. I can't stand VAR because basically VAR is, in a way, for more or less mistakes from the referees. If the referee are doing their job, we don't need a VAR, and basically in a way it's not fair because many people like here, you can have it, it's a huge technology and it's only for elite. So I think,
Absolutely not, and I want to make this perfectly clear. If you cannot finish 90 minutes, you cannot play 90 minutes. He ain't played 90 minutes in about 8 months. He played 45 minutes yesterday and was brought off, right? He played, I think it was 12 minutes the previous game. I don't carry passengers. I don't babysit people. We are not in the business. We're trying to produce. I've said it and I've mentioned it in this meeting previously. We are in the process of actually developing a new strike force. We're giving young players such as Patrick Weir, Yiba Kasaya, Abu Kamara, all these youngsters. I've got a lot of, Sam Johnson. Absolutely not, and I want to make this perfectly clear. If you cannot finish 90 minutes, you cannot play 90 minutes. He ain't played 90 minutes in about 8 months. He played 45 minutes yesterday and was brought off, right? He played, I think it was 12 minutes the previous game. I don't carry passengers. I don't babysit people. We are not in the business. We're trying to produce. I've said it and I've mentioned it in this meeting previously. We are in the process of actually developing a new strike force. We're giving young players such as Patrick Weir, Yiba Kasaya, Abu Kamara, all these youngsters. I've got a lot of, Sam Johnson, what he's done for the Lone Stars, I have ultimate respect. But life moves on.
The coach, and not only the coach, like everybody in the FA, they get something personal against me. Like I was in the coach, and not only the coach, like everybody in the FA, they get something personal against me. Like I was injured, I had a 2 weeks injury, I was having an hamstring problem, and I just came back last week from an hamstring problem. I played like 20 minutes. This was my first game coming from the injury, and my second game we were yesterday. I started and I played 45 minutes. At the end of the first half, second ball, me and the defender went on, and like I pulled a little bit, I felt pain in my ankle, and I told the coach that it's better that I come out of the game and save myself for this coming Sunday. We're going to have a tough game playing Man, who is the champion history, who are participating in the Champions League. So that coach, I started for my club yesterday, and the coach that it's better that I come out of the game and save myself for this coming Sunday. We're going to have
before you do anything to announce it, you're consulted. NFA is nothing. You are zero. Issues to the LFA for you to skip those issues and you just come and make it look like everything is okay. What kind of country we use? So then we have a bad audit report and then stakeholder overwhelming voting after the auditor himself telling you that the report is bad. There's a high rate of corruption. The LFA people go to game, they collect money. Stakeholder overwhelming voting after the auditor himself telling you that the report is bad. There's a high rate of stakeholder overwhelming voting after the auditor himself telling you that the report is bad. There's a high rate of corruption. The LFA stakeholder overwhelming voting after the auditor himself telling you that the report is bad. There's a high rate of corruption. The LFA people go to game, they collect money for K-Inte, share it on the fee. President tell it, so there's a high rate. Then we have a bad audit report and then stakeholder overwhelming voting after the auditor himself telling you that the report is bad. There's a high rate of corruption. The LFA people go to game, they collect money for K-Inte, share it on the fee. President tell it,
Good afternoon and welcome to the Passion of Life right here on 87.9. I love to listen to the backtrack. I was postponed this club president, officials of the Liberia Football Association, coaches who have come, they play their part with the national team of Liberia, former players of the national team, including captains, the fans, my colleagues, journalists. I love to listen to all of us talking about issues about football in Liberia. This is the weekend sports that comes away every Saturday from this time, which is 1 o'clock up to 2. I come here and bring you what we know about what is happening in Liberia. And on the farm front, let me inform you that the local national team of Liberia will be in action tomorrow Sunday against the Taranga Lions of Senegal at the SKD Sports Complex in Pinsville. You don't want to miss out on it. We will go to the line and speak with Mr. Anthony Kokwe, media officer of the Liberia Football Association, about the full preparation of the team, what Liberians should be hoping for tomorrow. We are in the festive season. It's good to be here. And let me inform you that in the English Premier League, it's not too cool for the citizens. Manchester City are trading away from home at Villa Park to Aston Villa. And just before I could come on, it was 1-0. As you may be aware, there was a story that was published yesterday about what is happening in Liberian football. You know, on Wednesday of this week, there was a game at the Tusafi in Gardnersville between the Tamil girls and that of Shatter Angels. And it was not too good. There's a video on social media that is trending about a football fan, Elijah Flynt, where he was being assaulted by a female spectator who had gone to watch the game. We don't know which one of the team she supports in the league, but she had gone to watch games, and then there was a misunderstanding. But what we have gathered so far from people who were at the scene, who spoke with us and gave us update about the situation, it was just a bit of small noise that broke up between the two of them when she started to assault the football fan. But we will dig deeper into that. We'll have lots of things on our plate this afternoon on the program. The Weekend Sports, the national team of Liberia, that's the home-based national team of Liberia, will be in action on tomorrow, Sunday. We'll run you through with the list of players who are expected to be doing the red, white, and blue to represent the over 5 million people of Liberia on the local scene. Those that will be representing Liberia will join in that. We will give you up To date, where are we carrying it with the national first, second division league, including the women's league in Liberia, as we head towards the break? First phase in the first division came to an end. We will run you through what we know as the women's league continues. Other clubs are off for break, while other clubs are completing the end of their first phase activities. You know, when the Mano River Union Cup was taking place, there were a bunch of players from Titamin Girls, the likes of Shatter Angel, other clubs who were representing Liberia in Sierra Leone. And under the rules, certain amount of players, when your first team players, certain amount, when they are not available, your clubs will be granted an excuse that your club will not play a league game until your players can return. So on that, the clubs will be completing their first phase round of activities on the today. We will jump and get to know the name of those clubs who are they going to play, their current stay on the league table, and then we'll tell you. They say lawlessness is overtaking Liberian football, is on the rise in Liberian football. People fighting everywhere. I don't know. In national politics, there are protests, people throwing rags, they're fighting. When it comes to sports, the same thing, lawlessness all over. People go to game, they're fighting, now players, the fans, officials are involved, all such of things happening. But we're running through what we know. This is the weekend sports with me, Thomas Kujo. And we also intend to speak with the president of CC United, Mr. Mohammed Bamba. Bamba wants to talk about some issues in law that is unfolding. He believes it's not in the right interest of football in Liberia. Mohammed Bamba will join us very shortly, and we will talk more about what is unfolding Liberian football. Like I told you, we will speak with Mr. Anthony Kokoye, media officer at the Liberia Football Association, to know preparations for the game on tomorrow. In maybe hopefully we'll hear from Mr. Cavendish. Today is World Basketball Day, the 21st of December. What is the Liberia Basketball Association doing in celebrating such a day? On the look at seeing what are they doing for basketball in Liberia. We are being told that officials of the Liberia Chess Federation are trying to smoke peace pipe. The president, Mr. Thomas Kaya, the last time turned in a letter of resignation to resign as president of the federation upon their return from Budapest, Hungary. There has been some sticky misunderstanding that even led to the resignation of the treasurer, Mr. Martin Dodd, who I'm told he's not feeling too well at about this time. Mr. Dodd turned in his letter of resignation, but he was the last person among those who turned in their letter of resignation. First, it was Mr. President Thomas Kaya. That was followed by the Vice President Kongati Dekpa, who said he will resign. He even issued a quote-unquote statement about resigning in the chat room and blah, blah, blah. And then that was subsequently followed by the treasurer, who he and the president had some rigmarole about. It was not about personal issues, but I think it was about the growth and development of the Liberia Chess Federation. He resigned. And now we are hearing that there has been lots of meetings happening. I attended one of the meetings. I was not invited to say I sat in the meeting, but I was close to where the meeting was being held at the Caribbean Bar and Restaurant in the compound of the SKT Sports Complex. I was there for that was the second meeting. But I'm told I think 2 nights ago, there was a meeting held between the officials coordinate, headed by the president, who tendered in a letter of resignation a few weeks ago, the institution former president, Mr. Samuel Tue, and some officials of the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Maybe Mr. Wilfred Smith, the Secretary General, can fill us up with what we're discussing in media. I tried reaching out to him before coming in the video, but he could not pick up. But I'm optimistic that at about this time now, you will answer and then we'll talk more. This is the weekend sports with me, and the Freedom Cash giveaway on, though, we're giving money on while my show is on. There will be 10% that money will be dispersed to. I will not be calling winners yet, but I will disperse money 3,000 to 10% right here. So all you have to do, pick up that phone, *799# Freedom FM 8 as spot number 11. Use 100 LD or 70 cents. You play. It's still a better. We're going to the Christmas. So we get at 3,000. You can do something now. You can buy one dress for your daughter, or you can buy a pair of sneakers for your son. This is the weekend sports with me, Thomas Kojo. I'm going for this break to be back. So I'm making frantic effort to speak with the media officer of the Liberia Football Association. This I think I'm cutting on away. Mr. Anthony Kokwe, good afternoon and welcome you live on the Freedom Weekend Sports. Kokwe, how is the Liberia Football Association doing? The year is coming to an end.
Well, the Liberia Football Association is doing fine. Like you said, the year is about to come to an end. So work continues and also in preparation for tomorrow's match and other upcoming activities as well.
Before we run to tomorrow activities, let know when we have today is the 21st. We have less than 9 days to conclude 2024. What can you just sum up for 2024 on the Liberia Football Association calendar in terms of achievement? What are some of those things you guys did?
Well, it was a tough year. Lots of challenges, but however, among those challenges, there are some we were able to overcome. There are opportunities that we're able to make use out of, starting with the women's U17 national team. We were able to cross the second round, moving on just one step away from qualifying for the World Cup. That was the first time ever that the team ever reached that stage, because we always went out of the competition. This time around, eliminated Mali, eliminated Senegal. I mean, not many expected that the team was going to eliminate Senegal to move on to that level.
Okay.
In June or so of this year, later, the women's national team moved 10 places in the FIFA ranking. Later, dropped because of defeat they considered in eventual matches.
Okay.
Not qualifying for all of those competitions, including the Africa Cup of Nations.
Mm-hmm.
And now is the chance where we are just a step away from qualifying. Hopefully, we can do our best to make history to qualify for the CHAN competition.
Okay.
And for the World Cup as well. We're still in a very good position, still in a better chance ahead of 2025 fixtures. So it's going to be challenging. And one of those greatest achievements during the year was the launch of the Women's Football Strategic Plan.
Okay.
This is a document that was being put together long, starting with the late Aaron Brown. They put in their efforts to make sure that we have the Women's Football Strategic Plan launched. And finally, it was launched thanks to the Women's Football Department, thanks to FIFA as well,
Okay.
for the support to its Women's Football Development Fund. And also the launch or the opening of the CAF Lesson A course that is currently ongoing with Model 1. I mean, that's one of the biggest achievements for the Football Association this year, because it's not just about the football that is played on the pitch. Also on the pitch, it's about empowering people, building their capacity. And the Football Association made one effort and was able to meet all of the requirements and criteria to be able to receive the permission to offer CAF Lesson A in Liberia, which is only offered in, I think, maximum 5 countries in Africa. So that's a huge boost for our coaches, and moreover, even have foreign coaches coming to Liberia to participate in the course. So that's a huge boost for us and one of our major achievements for the year 2024. Lots of other achievements that may not be right now on my mind. So maybe that may be, but I stay out. So at the end of the year or during annual Congress, all of those activities will be summed up in the LFA activities report.
Okay. So good. There is a video trending on social media about a football fan. Where are you there? So let me try to reconnect with Anthony Kokwe. Let me try to reconnect with Mr. Kokwe. Yeah, it's the issue about having some local calls coming to the phone when you are doing the internet call. Let me try to reconnect with Anthony Kokwe. Let me try to Anthony, sorry, we had a break in. there was a local call coming. Anthony, are you aware there is a video training on social media about a female football fan who assaulted Elijah Flying? Have you guys seen it as officials of the Liberia Football Association?
Well, I personally have seen the video, and it will be forwarded to the relevant authority. And I can speak for the others whether they have seen it or not, but they will be forwarded, and then the necessary steps will be taken, because it's not just about providing security or safety for the players that are on the field along with the officials, but the fans are also involved, because they go on the field to cheer those teams, so they also form part of it that we should provide protection or safety for.
Okay.
So it's something that is going to be looked into.
And there is report that lawlessness is on the rise into the Liberian League. Fans are fighting, players are engaged in the fist fight, officials themselves, and is tarnishing the reputations of the league. Have this not reached to the concern of the Football Association to take appropriate measures to avoid further reoccurrence? Okay.
Well, those are things. Yes, hello.
Go ahead.
Yes, sorry, I was in between because I was eating when you called in, so I just did the phone come outside.
Oh, okay.
So these are issues that we take into consideration, and like I said, it's not just about providing safety or security for the players that are on the pitch along with their officials. And what we try to do is to, institute security measures to make sure we prevent the rise in those things. There are some we don't have control over it. There are some we do have control over it. We can prevent it. So just on yesterday or day before yesterday, the competition department called all of the various departments, including media, security, mass commissioners, referees, and had a coordination meeting relative to the review of the first phase. What are some of those challenges we experienced, and what are some of those mechanisms we're going to put into place for the second phase? Because, mind you, the second phase is going to be more tense than the first. During this time, you have teams who are even in ready games are fighting to escape. You have teams in the upper pushing up who are fighting to win the championship or perhaps maintaining their position. So at the end of the day, there's going to be tension on the pitch and even among those fans. So the security committee or the security department is working to ensure that safety measures are put into place, particularly for the fans, because yes, those are by the rules and regulation, and sometimes those referees going to the game, I mean, they are humans and they are subject to making mistakes. Some of those mistakes are things that you just can't, because as referees, you have to make a decision in split seconds. Unlike some of us who, after getting those videos, sometimes even the videos when we record it, we don't see those things until we go home, take our own time, put it in slow motion, and then we determine or come up with conclusion that, oh, the ball crossed the line, or this was a foul. But for the referees, they are on the pitch, and these things happen. They have just few seconds to make those decisions. So it's not something that they do intentionally, that you saw the ball crossing the line, and then you intentionally deny the goal. So it's very difficult. Even in the Western world, when you have those technicians or referees who are well equipped, you still have VAR that is there to assist them each time to make some of the decisions. Okay. So our referees are doing their utmost best, looking at the number of games that are played, and then those the number of errors that are reported or complaints that are filed against them. But those are things that are going to be worked on, because, like I said, the second phase of the league is going to be tense, and we don't want these situations, because once it happens, fans themselves start to go into altercation. And that's something we're urging all fans and supporters of real teams. Let us be professional and mature enough to cheer our teams, because once you are leading someone's team, you don't go ahead to provoke them. What makes a man she makes him angry. So if you went on the field to cheer a team, the security committee or the security guys are going to make sure that they divide the pitch into segments where you are cheering for this team. You stay on this side. You don't have to go to the opposing team side to cheer against them, or maybe come up with words or statements that will aggravate them. So those are things we are putting into place so that we can reoccurrence of some of those things that happen within the first phase.
Okay, let's conclude with tomorrow activities for the local national team of Liberia. Firstly, the game is on tomorrow, 4 p.m. I guess. Let's know the itinerary for fans who want to go there. What are the various prices for ticket? Where can they go to buy their ticket to go and support the national team?
Well, the tickets will be on sale tomorrow. We have benefits with a series of challenges. So at the moment, tickets are not yet available where they could easily purchase their tickets now before going on to the field tomorrow. But tomorrow, VIP is $100, VIP is $15, student win is $5, and everyone fee is $200.
Okay, so let me take you back. So let me take you back. what has been that challenge that up to now tickets are not available, that Liberians will have to turn out on tomorrow to get tickets? Don't you think firstly it will lead to some people staying at home? That's not the first challenge.
Well, basically, is winning. Sometimes we don't even have to do publicity. The winning or the winning results alone brings the fans to the field. And once the team is not performing, people do decide to stay away because of the bad result of the team. However, we can do our best to providing the needed publicity, which we have done by sharing on the various social media platforms of the Football Association, and also thanks to our media colleagues who are also helping the process to spread the message out there that the team is playing on tomorrow with the flyer that also has the ticket prices.
Are you saying, in short, the reason why there is no ticket up to now available is because the results are not coming, the national team not winning? That's why the Football Association is less scared
to the 10 out.
Okay.
I was referring to the 10 out of the fence. And for the ticket issues, sometimes, but you have to go through a whole lot of procurement process to make sure that you get those things done. And there were some hitches along the way. So at the end of the day, it started the process. So hopefully, but tomorrow the tickets.
Did the feature come to you people as a surprise? Did the feature come to you people as a surprise? Were you people informed? But why didn't you people prepare long? Why didn't people prepare a long time and get a ticket out?
Kojo, there are certain things, because once there are certain things you want to purchase, once it is not available, it's not available. So you're not going to,
it's not available or there is no money. Which one? It's not available or there is no money.
So
it's not available. It's not available or there is no money.
Some of those materials were not available, and also the FA also had activities in between leading to the game that you have to spend on those activities before coming to the game. And some of those activities were urgent because there are certain things that happen immediately. You have to attend to it. Even if you have funding, it do happen in our rural homes or maybe workplaces where you're saving money for a particular purpose. But there are certain emergencies that occur, certain events that are very urgent that you have to attend to. So you have to maybe change of plan, maybe come up. So those things happen administratively all over. So it's not a surprise that it just happened to the Football Association. However, things have been put into place relative to every department to make sure that the team or the games play tomorrow, and then fans will be on the field to be able to purchase their ticket and go to cheer the national team to victory.
Thank you, Kokwe. Enjoy a Saturday with the family. Anthony Kokwe is the media officer of the Liberia Football Association. We want you that. Right here for Mohamed Bamba. Mohamed Bamba comes from CC United. He's the president. Bamba has been raising issue with the Football Association when it comes to the issues of having ambulance for the league games. Bamba concerned has been the Football Association has abandoned clubs in the struggle of having professional or to have ambulances for league games. He continued to raise the issue that the timing of the league games are not in favor of the clubs. Clubs play on Thursday, they play on Saturday. We have Mohamed Bamba. Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, my brother. How you doing?
Compliment the season, my man.
You many happy return, my brother. I think I don't know, should I say by surprise or what?
My man, you've been posting too many things on your official social media handle. Being the president of a club playing the second division, you talk about time adjustment. It's not suiting the clubs. Firstly, can you give us detail about what you mean by that?
Well, let me see a compliment of the season. Kojo, I think just took me off immediately. Yeah, my brother. But anyway, let me say thank you so much for having me. And let me say thank you to all our friends and our supporters of CC United. We want to say thank you for supporting the boys for the first phase. We can promise you that the ball will come back stronger and we'll continue to compete for what we are known for. I want to say thank you for all of the support. I appreciate you. Well, Kojo, I think that issue was raised, I think, like almost 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah. It's not too late for us to talk about it.
I understand, my brother. But on a serious note, I want to say it is an issue, and I think the LFA also have recognized it, that it is a very big issue. that you cannot have a congested schedule, that will inconvenience teams, create a very serious health situation for players, especially looking at the climate condition in our country. We have a very hot sun right now. Like somebody will say, in Western world, you can say summer, but we are in a very dry season that the sun is very hot. So it is very, very, very much in the sense that players' safety are very much paramount to us because we have that are playing for our teams, and it is our responsibility to take charge of their well-being and their health condition. So with the test scheduling of the various games, especially the league games, is quite alarming that we continue to raise, and we have met the LFA, and as one of the acting leaders of SIPA, we met the LFA, the president, and other stakeholders. We have been over to address that issue with them, and I think they are taking it into consideration, especially with some adjustment into the schedule that have been done of lately. And I want to say thank you to the competition department and stakeholders, especially our club presidents, who are also joined us in this call to make sure that we adjust the schedulings of the games. But again, you know very well, there's a stipulated times, either 48 hours or 72 hours.
72 hours, according to FIFA.
2 hours, yeah, 72 hours that's supposed to be between games, and you know that exactly. But unfortunately, CC United have been very affected by the test schedule. We have played almost 3 games in less than 24 hours before. We played 2 games in less than 24 hours. Like I raised that issue. In a very hot sun and a hot climatic.
Okay. Pama, are you there? Oh my God. Internet won't expose me. Pama, are you there? We having CC United President Mohamed Bama on the lines. He's speaking with us on some issues. Let me try to reconnect with Bama. I think it's due to bad internet. It's due to bad internet. What kind of country is this? You pay for your service, you can't get the service. They'll tell you you recharge this for the whole week. The week will not reach, their internet package will get expired. So when we reconnect with Bama, we'll have it right there. But let's do this one for the local national team of Liberia before we talk about other issues where they'll start playing on tomorrow. Tickets are not available for fans to start buying them, but people will come from church tomorrow and go buy tickets. Football Association say they have some issues. That's the reason why. But let's do this one for the local national team. Okay, let me conclude with Bama. I'll get Bama right back. So Bama, continue.
Yeah, sorry, Kojo, I think the network.
Yeah, that was internet problem for me.
Yeah. So like I was saying, I think the issue have claimed the attention of the LFA. We have met them and other stakeholders. I think it is now being worked on, and I hope it will be addressed before the commencement of the second phase. And the other issue that we talked about was the issue of ambulance. We have been able to engage the LFA on that also, but it has been a very sticky issue in the sense where the LFA have been able to explain to us that previously they were working along with Red Cross, and the fee that has been charged for the maintenance of these ambulances and the contract arrangement between the LFA and then is quite exorbitant.
So what is CC United saying now? Because Mr. President is proposing to you guys, or he's suggesting to you guys that, hey, we got subvention to give you for the league game, first phase and second phase. You want ambulance to come. Can we use the subvention to buy ambulances for the league games? What is CC United saying about that? The suggestion for the president?
Oh no. I think that was. I think we need to be very clear with some of these issues. I was in a meeting with him. That was not the referral suggestion that was made. It was something that he was proposing in passing.
Okay.
I was in a meeting, and I was in the meeting. We were like 3 officials within in that meeting, and he said, we have league games. Can we be able to look beyond? Can club come together? He was like something that suggesting in a way that we could find a solution around it, but it was not something that directed to say, oh, this is the proposal from the LFA to say, oh, you have to take subvention and add it all to to maintain the ambulance. No, that was not the able. It was just a form of where we were
But
sitting
yeah,
around the table and trying to find. Thomas,
Okay,
I
go
just want
ahead.
to make this clear. You know, because I was in a meeting, I don't want this to go out in a way that I will be misinterpreted.
Okay.
So I just wanted to explain it to the public and you so you can understand exactly. So this is how, I mean, we were sitting on the table as stakeholders, you know, with the president trying to find solution around the table to see how we can find means, you know, to have the ambulance situation addressed. I mean, or just like in passing, can we look at the subvention? Can we? I said, no, that was just a passing. We said, no, it cannot be. We even want for the subvention to be increased. That's what we wanted for the subvention to be increased, and clubs want for subvention to be increased. And so, yeah, we can look at it. And he said he's working on some programs. Working on some
But
things.
should such a proposal come before the clubs? CC90, what be your standpoint? Should such come before you guys?
No, I think it cannot be. NFA cannot tell us to provide our subvention for ambulance. That cannot be a proposal.
Yeah, but all of you been crying. But all you been crying about having medical said there.
Realize that we are in a very tough fiscal space in our country. In a sense where, I mean, football is not regularly supported by the government in terms of financial support. So, I mean, in other countries, these other contributions, especially when it comes to these medical facilities, the medical equipment like ambulances, have been provided by government and other NGO. But for us here, I mean, it is quite unfortunate we don't have this from government, and so we have to work with Red Cross and other people.
But you as a club, you shouldn't be relying on the FA to be providing you subvention. You should be having your own money to run your clubs. Then the FA will get the money the FA is taking to give you for subvention could be used to buy ambulance and other equipment for the league. You as a club now, you be providing money for yourself.
So in this sense that we are saying we are not relying on subvention. How much is subvention to run a club? Do you know how much to run a club in this country? Do you know how much? Subvention for a second division club is around like $3,000. I spend more than $5,000 a month on my team. So subvention is that sufficient to even run a team? I spend more than $5,000 to run a team in a month time. When it comes to practice, it comes to games, it comes to pardon, it comes to salaries. Do you know how much we spend? So, I mean, it should not be in a sense that where we having close to $3,000 can be what we run. No, we're not depending. It's not that stakeholders are depending on subvention to run their clubs. Okay. No. But even you want to deduct these subventions, can that accommodate the space to run an ambulance? I said, no, look at the budget, look at the lines. You take that $3,000, you cannot do nothing to run an ambulance in this place according to the LFA. So we have to look beyond. I mean, the LFA, their leadership, we are employing them to be able to explore opportunities, to reach out. I mean, you have to have conversation with the government. You have to have conversation with NGO. I mean, let people come in. I mean, if you are a leader leading this institution, it is not all about this man politics. You have to reach out and be able to solicit funds, solicit support to make sure that these things are addressed. Okay. Clubs are not relying on subvention. I can say that to you because I know for a fact what is entailed in running a club in this country is even more than what we're talking about. Okay, so we are not relying on it. So I want to say to you clearly that this situation needs to be addressed, and our league, there's a need that we increase the performance of our referees. You know, we encourage more trainings for referees because there have been over the few weeks, over the few months of the first phase, there have been a lot of tussle of bad decisions. There have been a lot of tussle. Even the LFA have been suspending referees. They have been, suspending their referees and situations because of bad decisions. I just want to call on that that'll increase the performance. That'll increase the training of the referee. That'll increase the training so they can be able to live up to the standard in the ways that it may not be suspended by the LFA for bad decisions and what have you.
Thank you, Ban.
These are issues that we need to look at. Mm-hmm. And I want to say to you that we are prepared for the second phase, and we want to say thank you to our fans again. I mean, for their support. They have been with us from day one. And I want to say thank you to them. Okay, we're going to make them proud in the second phase.
Thank you, Bama. Bama is the president of CC90 club that plays in the second tier of Liberian football. The Sports Writers Association of Liberia, SWA, in February of next year, we'll be holding a award ceremony for sports journalists. Let's see, while we do this one for the local national team of Liberia, let's see if I can get an official from the Sports Writers Association of Liberia to bring us up to speed with details about that upcoming event. Mr. President, we get you unaware, but you are on the weekend post with me. Mr. President,
how are you, Thomas?
I'm doing good. You are on the Freedom Weekends post.
Oh wow! How are you this weekend?
I'm doing good, Mr. President. Firstly, congratulations for too many things being done so far at the level of the Sports Writers Association. There was a release issue a couple of days ago about an upcoming event for sports journalists that SWA will be presenting awards to sports journalists. Give us detail about an upcoming event, Mr. President.
Yes, Thomas, thank you so much for that question. Basically, as you may be aware, over the years, the different stakeholders have not been able to really recognize the outstanding works and activities of sports journalists in Liberia. And as the mother organization of all sports journalists, we thought it wise to see how best we can organize an award ceremony that will look at the works of sports journalists, okay, and also be able to recognize their efforts at the end of every year. And that's the reason why we're going to be having this very glamorous award to be able to recognize our members.
Can you give us the list of categories and what journalists need to do? Will journalists be vetted or they will send in applications like we witness from other institutions? You send in your work, they go through it and they vet the best?
Well, at this point in time, we have not really finalized on that. We are just constituted the awards committee headed by veteran sports journalist Hassan Kiawu. So he's going to work along with other members of the committee to ensure that they draft the different criteria and idea as to how they're going to draft this entire event. What we have told them is that to be able to organize a very auspicious occasion, recognizing our members and also athletes that have been able to perform excellently over the last 12 months.
Okay, and also during this week, we are informed that you attended an online meeting with the International Sports, I think International Sports Journalists Association, something like that. Bring us up to speed, Mr. President. What was discussed? How do members of SWA stand to benefit from that meeting that was held of recent?
Yeah, so as you may be aware, SWA is a member of the AIPS. The AIPS is an international body comprising of all sports journalists around the world. And it has been here for huge number of years, about 100 years now around. Okay. So we have not had that very good relationship with the AIPS. As we speak, we are currently indebted to the AIPS, monies in the tune of 1,500 United States dollars.
For the last 100 years, that the money owing the last 100 years?
No, it's not. We got our membership later. It's not that we've been members since it was established. Okay. We got our membership, as I think a couple of years ago, and we have not really been active. So if you're not active as a member organization, you have to pay dues and also be able to provide some level of financial support to the institution. Monies accumulated, the dues and other financial responsibilities accumulated to around 1,500 United States dollars. So we have been talking to the leadership to see how best we can, first of all, try to strengthen our relationship and reactivate our activities with that international opportunities for member organizations. So, and then the next thing we'll also discuss is to see how best we can sort out our issue of indebtedness and also chart a new course in incorporating more members. Because if you look at it, not too many people are members of ARPS. Want to see how best we can, pay our debts and try to create awareness and education of ARPS membership and the opportunities they are providing for journalists across the world. So we are engaging them, and that meeting was very fruitful because we were able to outline some of the challenges we face here as journalists and how we intend to reactivate and strengthen our relationship with that body.
Before I take leave of you, you spoke about the issue of us being indebted to them. Mr. President, you've been around for a while into the leadership of SWA, from vice president, now you president. How come are we indebted? How come we indebted to them? How come we, for the past time, we haven't been paying our regular dues? How come?
I think we have not really been paying much attention to the opportunities that the international body provide. We have not been taking ARPS as priority.
Okay.
And because of that, we have not been able to, conform to their, different things. For typical example, they have had several congresses. We have not been able to attend those congresses. They have also been able to organize award ceremonies. Even beside the financial components, we have not really been able to conform or maybe be more active in the activities of the ARPS. So because of that, every year. So whether you are active or not, your money is just going to be there, or whatsoever you owe them going to be there. So if you come back to say, you know what, I want to be active now, obviously you have to be able to settle those debts. They are willing to divide the amount into installments, but we have to make sure that we pay those debts. But we have not really been paying much attention to ARPS. In fact, I have been in leadership, but this is my first time attending an ARPS meeting.
So as a president now, how do you intend to go about raising that money to ensure that Liberia get clear, that all sports joining Liberia can walk high in the street? Means they can walk in the street with their hair high in the air.
Yeah, so we already started a negotiation. For us, we don't want to, really kind of say we want to, out of our debts. What we want to do is that we want to clear, if there's a possibility, we even pay some in advance. So we are engaging partners. We have been reaching out to different organizations to see how best we can forge a partnership and then honor our canopy of financial viability, and then we can be able to take care of some of our responsibilities. And when that is done, now we will start to encourage members to apply, not just at the level of SWA, but they will have to apply at the level of ARPS. Next year, ARPS is going to be having a kind of meeting in Morocco, and now they are asking that members, should be able to take advantage of that opportunity in Morocco. So if we can do that before, the middle part of next year, because that meeting should be in some part of the middle part of the year, then now we can be able to encourage our members. At least if we can get 4 or 5 or 10 members at that Congress, then now we kind of motivate them to ensure that at least SWA is now coming back to the limelight. There are other supposed to be a part of ARPS, but they can only be a part if the membership organization as SWA gives ARPS a green light. Okay. But we cannot do all of those different things now when we already have an issue with them. So we want to be able to resolve those different issues. We'll have a very cordial relationship. We'll have a very successful meeting. And when those issues are resolved, then we'll bringing it up to our members to take advantage of the different opportunities that will be provided.
Thank you, Mr. President, for giving us up-to-date information from the Sports Writers Association.
Thank you very much, and we highly appreciate all of the support and all of the outstanding works of all of our members, and we appreciate them. We encourage them to please go and check on the membership form or the list. The membership committee has informed us that we will be printing ID cards starting Monday. Okay. So we want for our members to please go and verify.
Mr. President, Mr. President, SWA will pay for the announcement, or next time I will not pay for Adiga. I'm not free. Thank you. He's the president of the Sports Writers Association of Liberia. So, like I told you, I'm giving money to 10 persons. 6 persons just receive the 3,000. So all you have to do, *799# Freedom 8 as spot number 11, use 100 LD or 70 cents. Let me give the bottom 4 people the money and walk out of here. So let's do this one officially for the local national team of Liberia.
Yeah. Oh, when you say he loves, so everything to me. Bring victory to all ideas. Who's the player? I say, look at it. Let me look at it. Yes. Bring victory to all ideas.
Oh yeah, this is the weekend sports right here. Very shortly, we'll go to the line and start to interact with you. Our callers, Suicide, FC Arad, and Liberian International Emmanuel Ernest have mutually agreed to part ways. So the Liberian Chicago will be with our club in the coming days. In 18 appearances, he formed the back of the net 4 times for the club. And let me inform you that former Liberia under 17 goalkeeper, the former goalkeeper of defunct Eris FC, Sion Kensley, is expected to donate over 330 bags of 25 kg rice to residents of District Number 8 this Sunday. The friends of Sion Kensley, a notable figure and former Erie FC goalkeeper and former under 17 national team of Liberia goalkeeper, will spread holidays cheer by donating essential goods to residents of District 8 as part of his Christmas season package. As part of that, he will distribute 15 bags of rice to each community with 10,000 liberty, including cooking oil. So Sion Kensley is a former player of the under 17 national team of Liberia who has decided to give back to the community he grew up in. So the men say each community will walk away with 15 bags of rice. There are 22 communities within District 8. So each community on Sunday morning will be taking home 15 bags of rice, 10,000 liberty, cooking oil as a way of contributing towards people celebrating a joyous Christmas. And Liberia local national team, the Lone Stars, will be in action on tomorrow against Senegal, the Taranga Lions of Senegal at the SKD. But up to now, tickets are not printed. Tickets are not out for sale. The media officer of the Football Association, Anthony Kokwe, said the reason why tickets are not up, it is due to some constraints and challenges they are faced with at the Football Association, and they've been running after other programs. There's some programs that have been in between. That's the reason why up to now, no ticket. Can you imagine? The national team will be playing on tomorrow. They have a whole lot of time, over 3-4 weeks to prepare. They're not taking the consideration about printing tickets. Even if fans will not go there, man. Yeah. Even the stadium will not be jam-packed. It's an opportunity for Liberians to go and watch their national team, most especially the local breed of players who play for their respective clubs here, who are doing pretty well. SC Facil, the likes of Heaven Levin, the likes of Bean Mountain, Leska, you go and name the Mari Barrow, Jubilee FC, all of those clubs, their players are doing fantastically well in the league. Tomorrow they'll be playing. There is no publicity from the Football Association to ensure that Liberians stand out, you know. These are some of the things we say, people just sitting over there, so they're not doing nothing. There is no publicity. You have to depend on some of the journalists, some of our friends who have their blog to post that, oh, don't start playing. Can you imagine the Football Association yet to print ticket for fans to start to buy the ticket? Something that should be announced at least 1 week ahead or maybe 2-3 days ahead of the game. People start trooping their way. We used to see it years back. They will say total tickets will be on sale to Total, to the other area, the corners. That's how it should be. But now, Liberians will have to wait for tomorrow. The few handful of Liberians who getting the information for us now, who are die-hard support of the Lone Star, no matter what the results will be, will have to wait tomorrow. After survey, they start pushing their way to go at the SKD and stay in a long queue to get ticket before going on the field. Wherein people should buy their ticket. Just relax. So now, those that want to go there, you may some people not go to church. If somebody is coming from a long distance, the person not go to church. The person have to wake up early to make sure that they get a ticket. Let's go to the line and start to hear from you. Call us on 0776 104 104, 0776 104 104, 086 500 104. This is the program, the Freedom Weekend Sports, right here on 87.9. You're listening to all of those who have reached out to call them. Anthony Kokwe, media officer. We spoke with Mr. Mohamed Bama, president of CC90. We reached out to the president of the Sports Writers Association of Liberia, Vama Kamara, who told us that sports journalists, for the very first time in many years, SWA will be presenting a award. Best sports journalist, best young sports journalist, female sports journalist. Too many things coming to happen for sports journalists under the leadership of Mr. Vama Kamara. Call us on 0776-104-104, 0776-104-104, 086-500-104. Liberia local national team, the Lone Star, will be in action on tomorrow at the SKD Sports Complex, 4 p.m. against the Taranka Lions of Senegal. Tickets are not printed yet. How will fans troop their way in? What is your thought on that? What do you think is happening? Why is the Football Association being so lackadaisical when it comes to the local national team? Isn't it because the results are not coming? Isn't because the results are not coming? That's why the Football Association is playing a lackadaisical role in raising huge publicity for Liberian football fans to turn out on tomorrow at the SKD. This is not the first time under the leadership of the current president, Mr. Mustafa Raji, that people will not be informed. I heard it that Lone Star playing. Some people, it just shocked them. Maybe few of us that will turn out when we go in the field tomorrow and talking about it, we say, oh, Lone Star playing. Then somebody will say, oh, Lone Star playing. I can't Lone Star playing. See, because lack of publicity from the Football Association. Call us on 0776-104-104, 0776-104-104, 086-500. Have roughly 4 minutes to be here on the weekend sports. With me, Thomas Kojo Rolak.
Helping to end the conflict.
I get this one. This person slipped out of the line, but you can call us back on 0776-104-104, 086-500-104. This person slipped off. Let me get this person right here. Good afternoon and welcome to the weekend sports.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon and welcome.
Yeah, I'm calling from phone.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the topic discussion. Look at how national team play, nobody knows. You should have established qualifying round or having competition.
It's a CHAN qualifier and Liberia close to getting to the competition. Just go ahead. Go ahead quickly. We have Master on the line. I want to take off. Go ahead.
To tell you that I'm the country win the world with.
Okay, thank you. Let me get this person. Hello.
Hello, Master.
Yeah, good afternoon and welcome.
Yeah, thank you for the show. I just listened to you. I was just married. No, it's so sad. All of Georgia, they were buying oxygen. But to come to Waka government, so they will tell us that oxygen is sad. They're not even British ticket. That people will go and buy.
They want.
They were joking.
The other player on the Football Association of Oman.
They want to say that because they want to make job, all want to play. We have to do this. We have to do that. Then you know the job. So they don't get a job for them. Then you tell it.
But the men are there. No, but Oman, the men are. The men who are president of the Football Association on we are is still the president of the Football Association on Buakai. That's Mustafa Raji. I think Mustafa Raji got nothing to do with it.
Then what if they now not working again? All I'm saying, not work.
Okay, okay, Master. Let me get this person. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, I'm over me. Someone put your runner. What's up?
I'm doing good. Go ahead, my man.
Okay, yeah. Let me say thank you for the show this afternoon. But football should not be made with politics.
Yeah,
that. For politics now.
Yeah, go ahead. My man, leader Oman.
Okay, then. But it is so sad to also that the local national team is playing and there is no publicity being done at it. Such a movement. So it is so sad. That's why the result for artists are going to be aware that our national team is playing.
Okay.
Even the local base, whether local or international, whatever. The
that people need to know of the national team playing. There are some that have fans, there's some of us that also want to see our national team in action. That's why it's a bad result.
Okay.
It's not starting on the side of the LFA that they never publicize the match.
Okay.
I'm saying that tomorrow, the local national team will emerge victorious tomorrow.
Thank you. I pray that Lone Star get a winner tomorrow. Folks, we have to go. We have to go out of time. But there is a troubling news coming in from the international scene. Manchester City going 12 games in this crisis. At the moment, they are down 2-0 at Villa Park against Aston Villa. Manchester City. I don't know what is happening. Let's leave you and go home on the weekend's post. Thomas Kojo is my name. I've been here bringing you the latest. Until then, have yourself a very pleasant time.